Have you ever wondered how we perceive the intricate mechanics of the universe around us? How we process and understand not only the concrete elements of our reality, but also the intangible facets of our existence? From the macro to the micro, from organic intelligence to artificial intelligence, understanding the reality around us is a complex task. And it's this task we aim to simplify. Introducing the universal axiom and apex insight by i4ANeYe, a conceptual computational operating system underpinned by the principles of general and special relativity. We're breaking down the objective reality into comprehensible chunks using pop culture and the fundamental physics of human nature, offering a way to navigate the complexities of our reality. Hey, my name's Matt, and I want to show you how understanding our fundamental nature is going to be the answer to all the complex problems and all the fear and insecurity that is just sweeping the world today. Now let's just jump right in. Okay, for the purposes of this quick little introduction, we are going to use ChatGPT+. We are going to select ChatGPT 4, which allows us to use creative reasoning to dissect information. And so we are going to use the default mode. So what this does is think of AI as a well of information or a collective common sense. And so it's basically a bunch of trained data that's organized and scraped from all these different sources. And it provides a well of information. And so by putting in our own creative reasoning, we're telling it what to do with that information. And we are going to create a dialogue. So while it's generating that output, we're just going to zoom back up and say, welcome to the Epiphany engine. We are going to create an innovative introspective construct. We're going to operate using a central formula. And what we are going to do is we are going to dissect the information in a bunch of different ways. That creates a prism that illustrates that information. And it's going to use placeholders with impulses, elements, and pressure. At the top of the prism will be a principle 1. And we are going to dissect all this information and create a sphere of time and how those changes change over time, and how the difference between our subjective and objective nature changes over time. We're going to add a bunch of components and ways to measure those changes. That way we can gauge the direction of our own intellectual processes. Okay, thank you for the comprehensive introduction to the Epiphany engine and its complex construct. It's indeed an innovative platform that prompts introspective exploration of reality, while balancing subjective perceptions with objective principles. So if you don't understand what this means, you can always come down here and ask. That's the beauty of what this technology does, is instead of having a teacher and a curriculum, you're using a well of information that everybody has sort of agreed upon. So you can use your own deductions and dissect the information based on your own creative reasoning. And the more that we learn to do this, the more that we learn to empower and explore our own thought process. And the more it empowers us to identify the factors that contribute to the pressure that we feel. So here's a bunch of examples. We can use the Epiphany engine to explore consciousness and identity. We can dissect subjective and objective aspects of consciousness. We can use it for personal development and bias. We can explore interpersonal relationships, society and culture, technology, nature and the environment. Again, you can ask any questions, you can explore any elements, you can dissect any of your impulses, you can explore the pressure that you felt whenever you tried to learn these kind of areas and fields, whether it's physics, cosmology, health and well-being, whatever your interests are. This dissects the well of information in a way that is a framework and a construct for introspection. Of course, these are just examples. So here's one. Let's go peer pressure. Peer pressure can be an intriguing area to explore through the Epiphany engine. In this context, peer pressure represents an external force that can influence an individual's decisions, behaviors, and perspectives. We can analyze this topic through several components of the engine. And so you can see it breaks down all of these hard to understand subjective senses that are different for everybody, but we all go through them and we all feel them. And the more we can understand these different perspectives, these different lenses, how the context changes over time, the more we can explore our own sense of the world and who we are and our narrative compared to the overall narrative, the trajectories, the influences, the pressures. It's truly an endless and infinite exploration into the meaning of who we are. And it's up to you.